Great show, everybody. What are we going to call this?
Oh, good question. I better go check.
Oh, yeah, go check
I'm just going to go check. I'm going to put myself on mute. I'll come back and see if you guys are still around.
Roger and I will bat around some ideas. And Jenny's here. Jenny made it. Yay.
Oh, can't hear you.
Oh, we heard her for a second, and now we can't hear her. Ah! I see her waving hands, though. That'll fix it.
She's
going to go over to her left, and
she's out of time.
She's going to point at us, and then she's going to do a little dance. Okay, good. Got it. I'll just start looking at the titles. Minecraft, but for old people. Extreme dog walking. Seacrest out. I've seen that one used. Millennial ways to get your news. I need a hero with LCD touchscreen.
Was your furniture at the door?
It was in the house. Apparently Ryan got home in time and was able to carry it up the stairs. I just wish
Are you able to hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now, Jenny.
Oh, something was happening with my keyboard or mouse during the show, and every time I clicked over into the chat room, it's still doing it. It's going nuts, like some button is pushed. It's going like. Did you
unplug it?
No, unplug what?
Or restart the chat, maybe.
I closed chat down.
Oh, and it's still doing it.
It's still doing
it. Is it a wireless mouse keyboard?
No.
But it's only doing it in a chat.
It's only doing it in chat, or when I try to open like a new window in Chrome. It's like something is being. I have the sense that like a button is being held down somewhere, and it's doing that. I don't know why.
Is something on your mouse? That's what it does to me.
Maybe. I'll have to restart the whole system. Anyway, I can't look at chat because it's too annoying.
Minecraft, but for old people, is winning the Showbot vote, by the way.
What about... I'd like Nintendroid does what Nintendo don't, but that might be too old.
Nintendroid does what Nintendo don't?
It's from the old Sega Genesis ad.
Yeah, no.
Sega does what Nintendo don't. That was the whole... That was
a millennial ways to get your news, Jenny?
Oh, yeah, that's pretty good.
Yep, I like it.
All right, I think that was a winning, and it's going to win even though Minecraft is running away because it's topical. It's for the main topic.
Oh, sound is driving me crazy.
And if Veronica and Jenny like it, that's good enough for me.
So millennial ways.
A millennial ways to get your news.
That's funny.
And leave your.
Can you spell waze W-A-Z-E and just combine it all?
Wait, we didn't have a Waze story today.
No, but I just think it's funny.
Just because.
No, now chat room says I think they were annoying. No, the button pushing sound is annoying. Not you guys. You guys aren't annoying.
You guys are fine.
Oh, I love chat. I couldn't live without chat. Are you kidding me?
No, she meant the software, not you people. You people are amazing.
I wish I could record the sound because it's so terrible. I'm actually holding down a Chrome window with my mouse because that's the only way I can make it stop. I'm just slowly dragging a window around the screen.
Well, just close it.
I'll have to shut down the whole computer, so I'll wait until we're done.
All right.
Hey, Veronica?
Yeah?
I'm definitely going to email you about this, but I got you a co-host for next Monday.
Oh, you did?
Like to know who it is? Yeah.
Well, hopefully we don't have to talk about scheduling concerns about next Monday.
Right. That I knew also.
Would be problematic.
That's okay, because the guy I got you is equally able to jump in and primary host if you cannot primary host.
Sweet!
So you do not have to worry about that at all. And his name starts with a J. There's a U in it. It has an R and then a Y.
Okay, perfect.
He will be your co-captain.
Justin Paramore.
Yeah.
This is Justin.
And now you know, but there will be an official email coming as soon as I stop shaking.
Did you start to do Justin's voicemail message?
What?
This is Justin. Leave a message. I thought I heard someone do that.
Not me. No.
It's just in my own mind.
Now the chat room's mad because you called them you people. Way to go, Tom.
You people
well, that's what
are the best.
Hey,
the
Roger.
most wonderful people in the world. You want me to sing Keep Up, Keep At It. I'm sorry. I'm threatening you now. People who need people.
I hate it when
boy.
I'm doing a show and I get caught up on my crutch words and I can't not say them and I can't not think about them.
Wait, which
or
one?
Talk
Now,
about
see,
them.
you even pointed it out, and I can't remember what it was.
Interesting. I effing hate the word interesting. I
is
hate
interesting.
it.
Well,
I hate
we'll
it.
keep an eye on it, and we'll.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on it. What's the other
Absolutely.
thing we always say?
Fascinating. Excellent.
Fascinating. Excellent.
Those are all mine.
Is it really? That's a
Yeah.
lot. That's a lot for crutch phrases. They're not
I
really crutch phrases
collect
if
them.
they have that much
Yeah.
range.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, how was the show? I was
Okay. You
driving.
got to hear this because this was
Yeah.
this was at the beginning of the show.
Hey, this is Chet Page, and you are listening to the Daily Tech News Show. This show is entirely sponsored by listeners like you. If you would like to help contribute to the show, head on over to patreon.com/acedetect. That's patreon.com/ACEDTECT. Give this man some more chairs.
I cut off to give this man some more chairs by accident too.
That's great.
Yeah, you did. You did play over him a little bit,
I did.
but it was still good.
I panicked. I panicked and ran.
Oh, the beeping stopped.
Oh.
No, it didn't. I'm a liar.
Ah!
Ah. Anyway.
The infernal beeping.
Oh, my shoulder.
The tin tabulation of the beep.
My hair
beep.
smells good.
What is your next gig today, Tom? I'm asking
Cord
because I
Killers.
think it's Cord Killers. Okay, thank you.
Correct. In fact, Brian called me earlier. I couldn't pick up the phone right then, but he is in the theater with his daughter to see Tomorrowland,
Oh.
simply so we could talk about it on Spoiler in Time. And now I feel bad that I couldn't pick up and go, no, you don't have to.
Why?
Oh, it's okay. Actually, I enjoyed Tomorrowland, but I feel like he's not going to
Into
enjoy
it.
it. Like,
Ryan liked it. I didn't see
I had
it.
a very uncritical view of it, and so did Eileen, and we saw it with the Hakito actually, and we were all the same. Like, I don't see what's so bad with it, but like, if you're wanting a really good movie, it's probably going to disappoint.
I saw San Andreas. And,
See, you saw our
Thank you,
movie.
and I'm sorry.
Why did you watch it?
When?
No, why?
Why? Because The Rock. Because I will watch any movie with The Rock in it.
That's
I'm
funny.
obsessed with
You
The
know,
Rock.
it's
Eileen said the same thing about George Clooney.
It's it's funny. is that
Millennials.
He's actually not a half bad actor. I liked him in The Rundown. Like,
Yeah,
like his
Rundown
big-
was good.
It's just that the problem is they always put him in movies because they think he's like this big muscly guy. Let's just use him as a big muscly dude. And so they get movies like not Diablo. It was Quake? No, Doom. Was the one that was based on the Ed shooter? Doom or Quake?
It was Doom, right?
Yeah. Horrible.
Anyway, he was sweet in the movie. There was just a lot of
Oh, okay.
bad, like a lot of. I thought he was probably my favorite part, but
liked
it is
it.
like, man, it's doing very well in L.A. and San Francisco, the two
Yeah.
cities that are demolished in the film.
Because we're like we're looking at it as a public service announcement.
Yeah, well, let me tell you, it really made me rethink my 72-hour plan.
There you go.
I was like, I really need to amp up my game.
Army Navy
Beforehand.
surplus stores are loving that movie right now.
We have a lot of stuff. Like we're in pretty good shape, but I definitely want to.
You need potable water.
Yep.
What was the thing that you also want a full tank of gas.
We don't have. Well, we have an electric car.
We want a full charge.
So.
I believe that you should be able to move within at least 150-mile radius out.
Yeah, I just want to get to the
That's
top
not a
of the
72-hour
nearest
pack
big hill.
requirement. It's just a good idea.
Yeah.
It's always a good idea. Never less.
How are
than
you going to
10
flee the
tank of gas.
city? San Francisco only has like so many ways to get away.
Yeah.
Like I have to plan to hunker down pretty much.
You need a bicycle.
Yeah.
Also know how to get the water out of your water heater.
Yeah, that's a really good one because
You need a boat.
that's a bunch of potable water right there.
Yeah.
Yep. We have two many gallon water tanks that we're saving water in that we just have to we're refilling this week
Are
because
they-
you have to replace the water every couple of years.
That's the key. I think
Yeah.
that's the key that doesn't get emphasized enough is your first aid kit medicines and your water and food. You need to keep up on them, making sure they're not expired.
Our MREs are going to keep for a while, but yeah, if you have other kinds of food.
Yeah, your MREs will
they
keep
last
for a while, but they
years.
won't last forever, even though.
No, not forever.
And you have to be careful because you don't want to rely solely on MREs even in the 72-hour period.
You actually can survive for a week without any food whatsoever.
Yeah,
it's not
yeah,
fun,
exactly.
but water is the priority always.
For sure.
What is it? It's
water.
3 minutes
Yes.
of air, 3 days without water, 3 weeks. No, that's wrong.
You can go up to a week without
You can go
water.
a week
if you
without
don't
food.
exert yourself. Like if you're
A week without
They
water.
say you're thinking 3 days
No.
without food.
Oh, it's
A week
3 days
without food.
It's 3
Yeah.
days.
But you can go longer.
It's
It just
3
didn't fit the
hours
rule of
without
threes.
shelter in inclement weather.
Right.
3 hours without shelter. 3 days without
Food.
water.
No, you need water
Okay.
more than food.
Water. So how many threes is the water?
You know what the most important thing you need to survive is? The
Air.
absolute most important thing? Positive mental attitude.
The secret.
I had a really positive mental attitude. If I run out of oxygen in 3 minutes, I'm dead.
That's true.
I don't know.
Just
I took a survival course one time, and that
Mhm.
was right after air and water. It was positive mental attitude.
No, you're
believing
right.
You're, gonna
You're absolutely
survive.
right. I shouldn't even joke because that can make a huge difference in survival.
Oh, chat room says it is 3 weeks without food.
Yep, you
Yeah,
can go a
sure.
long time
3
without
days
food as
without
long as you have
water.
So
water.
it's 3 days
Without
without
food.
water. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Not,
That was
those
close.
aren't actually accurate, but they're a good way to help you remember. Although they're, our demonstration is not proving that fact very well right now.
Well, I've
Put it
got
to you
enough
this way.
air.
I'm
Have it-
wearing my survival pack. I got 3 weeks of food on me right now.
It's like the Fremen always say, keep your water in, keep your water
Yeah.
inside. That's the best place to store it is in your body.
That's right.
They're just applying that to food.
Except that
Absolutely. I'm a Fremen.
And BioCow says, don't forget, 3 shotguns.
Yeah, I did a how to episode on Twit with Ayaz on like a Go pack, and mine is based on survival, like the actual 72-hour pack and search and rescue and all of that sort of thing. And he's like, "What about a gun?" I'm like, "Well, that's not something you have to survive on your own. You can choose that you think that's a good idea, but that's not a requirement." He's like, "What about a bunch of money?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah, again, you can live. These are I was
burn
focusing on
money.
the things you need to live on your own with no other people.
You should have emergency money though.
You
in your go
you
bag.
should, and probably some kind of defense isn't a bad idea either. But as far as the 72-hour pack is about, like, there's no one else around. How do you survive?
guns are very actually of limited use, unless you get like a 12 gauge and you buy a bunch of special ammunition.
Unless I'm holding fort in my house and people are coming to steal my shit.
Or you're looking to eat.
Yeah, or I
It can
could.
be used for hunting.
So I had 2 near-death experiences this weekend.
What?
Which is kind of exciting. We were hiking up in Lake Sonoma area, and I was within inches of a rattlesnake that was very angry at me, and we were out of cell range, and Ryan would have had to carry me back almost 6 miles.
And we'll first time the tourniquet and restrict the blood flow. And then
That's when
carry
my
you
first plan was to tourniquet. Well, we talked about the "had you been bitten, what would we have done" scenario on the way back. So
Good.
that was exciting.
back. Also, lots of water.
Drinking water.
Well,
Basically,
because-
always bring
water.
Roger with you on any emergency.
Well, no, I remember.
I don't know. I feel like he talks a big talk. I don't know how effective he is.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see. Oh, I'm sorry. You got bit by a rattlesnake. I'll just drop you off the side of the cliff and just.
I guess I'm not very effective. I'm not going to save you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just clumsy.
I would have tourniqueted my leg or wherever I was bit from the rest of my body, and I would have tried to suck out some of the poison. And then
No,
is that
no,
it is a
no.
thing? Aren't you supposed to suck out the poison?
No.
Don't suck out the poison.
Why?
There
Well,
may be a
hopefully
few limited cases where that is a good idea, but mostly they advise against it.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. Now chat room's like, don't suck the poison out.
Yeah.
I didn't have a pointed stick in my hand because I didn't know there was a rattlesnake there, guys.
Did you hear it at all?
Yes. That's how I knew there was a rattlesnake there, because it got mad at me and started shaking
Well,
its
that's
rattle.
good because was it recoiled at all?
Yes, it was coiled up. It was in a tight little ball in its little hidey hole, and I could see it, and it was shaking its tail at me, and it had its mouth open.
I want a segment on this show called "What Roger Doesn't Know."
I I'm just saying that
And if we find something, I get $1. And if
anyway,
Roger wins, he gets $1.
That was only the first way I almost died. And then on the way back, we were walking up a hill, and there was a rustling in a bush, and I was like, okay, it's a deer. And out runs this massive buck with like huge antlers, and it runs straight at me. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to get gored by this deer. This deer is going to kill me. And then it just at the last second, it did a little, I think it knew I was there, but didn't know exactly where I was. So it was like running away, but running away at me. And it saw me, and it took off. It like stopped on a dime and took off in the other direction. And took
it
off
was
down
as
the
scared
hill.
of you as you are of it.
And I was like, in that moment, I'm like, this thing is at least 150 pounds, if not more. And it was
that's
coming
why
right
you
at me
need
with
Roger's shotgun.
And if I had Roger's shotgun, I'd have some dinner at camp.
You know what?
Did it have 12 points?
It was maybe not a 12-point buck.
The takeaway from this is don't go hiking in nature. It apparently doesn't like you.
I've been hiking. I hike every weekend in California, in Northern California. Almost every weekend we're going to Half Dome. We do this pretty regularly. And that's really the first time I feel like a couple of scary run-ins with things out there. Like, there's been some sounds like in the woods and stuff, and we have our knives with us, and we're pretty aware of the surroundings. But man, if a rattlesnake gets you, or a deer just bounces out of a bush and gores you, there's nothing.
I was running in San Rafael in the evening, and I usually didn't run in the evening, but I kind of misjudged it, and the sun was almost down by the time I was coming back down the hill out of the park near our house, and ran across a coyote.
Oh, they're okay. Just one of them is not going to come after you.
Well, I wasn't sure if it was just one at first, and then he ran off, and I was like, okay, just don't get your whole gang to come back.
Yeah. A woman in my doggy group was
I'm
telling
not
us.
super frightened of coyotes, but it was like in the dim dark to see this little shape with teeth.
They're so cute. I think they're really cute.
The ones that freak me out are mountain lions, especially in urban areas, because you don't expect to see them. Like in the Central Valley, I remember driving along and I saw these, because when you hit their lights, they glow. And I thought, oh, it's just a cat. And then I got closer, and it was a really big cat.
You're like, it's a cat, all right.
That's a cat.
But it's wildlife, especially mountain lions and coyotes, are moving into more urban areas for food and stuff, and so the chances of you running across them goes up.
Well, yeah, you definitely, with mountain lions, it's definitely make yourself as big as possible and make as much loud screaming noises and kind of like, ah! And then they
just
scared.
Emulate Veronica.
Yeah, just be like, oh, when Veronica's real mad at something, just like, ah!
Just grab Veronica by the legs and start swinging at the mountain lion.
That'll work. That might work.
That's thank you for tuning in for survivability today.
Worst advice ever.
No, this is real mountain lion advice. I'm not making
make
up
yourself
this
look big and make noises is good.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to run away because it supposedly triggers their
chase instinct.
Yeah.
Although it's the exact opposite of what you do with a bear.
Bear, you ball on the ground.
The bear, I've been in national parks where they say if you see the bear in the distance, make yourself look big and make noise, and maybe they'll wander off. But if they don't, then you ball your
Yeah. And being a right little ball, as unappealing as possible for eating.
That is it. I am out of the post.
Okay.
I'm sorry to say. Stay tuned for Cord Killers immediately following Deckard's Daily Replicant News Show. Goodbye.